Welcome to the Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
All right, it's 11:01. It is the Lock Shop, the Friday before AFC and NFC Championship weekend, which means we're very excited to talk some football today. How's it going to join us? I already got a couple things up. If you want to hop in on that, we will do that as well. And, we are 2 weeks away from a 2-hour Lock Shop Super Bowl preview show. Extended Lock Shop. First extended Lock Shop. We're going to go 2 hours the Friday before Super Bowl. And I think what we should probably do is have everybody who hosts kind of pop in with some of their Super Bowl picks. Does that not make sense, Nansel?
Wait. You're canceling Oilers?
No.
Oh.
No, we're bumping the last hour of the hangout.
Oh.
What do you think about that?
It's interesting.
It is. Is it? Maddie was okay with it. It would be like me and Huss, but like Glue Guy can pop in with some Super Bowl picks. Maddie can pop in with some Super Bowl picks. LTE if he wants to sprinkle. There's that as well. So, yeah, should be good.
Fascinating, man.
Yeah, you excited?
You
want to make some picks on Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl's like these four teams, like outside of the Rams.
I'm not overly excited about any of it.
Like the Super Bowl's this weekend, Rams Seahawks.
You think so?
Yeah,
probably. I think so as well. I did a bit of a deep dive. Well, I did deep dive into both games in between shows. So very excited to get into this today. I got some player props that we'll get to.
I like the Patriots.
May versus Stafford is the best Super Bowl matchup that they can hope for, I think.
They have that good DB, that Christian Gonzalez, whatever his name is.
On the Patriots? Yeah.
Good player, man. Their defense is pretty
Got to
good.
have more than one guy, though.
No, I know.
Problem is with the Patriots, like Drake May's been kind of sloppy.
Yeah, so is he due for a good game, Dusty?
I don't know. I'm not sure about that one.
Like, they're not losing to Jared Stidham.
Did you hear Mike Garafolo this morning?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
He said he's expecting the Broncos to win this football game.
I mean, hey, that's why you play the game.
Yeah.
Right? Their defense can really stand up.
Yeah.
And if the offense is probably going to be nice and, little dumps and then, like the little.
For the Broncos?
Yeah. Like offensively.
Which they kind of do that with Bo Nix anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So I'm wondering how much it actually is going to change.
And if Dobbins, right,
I got some player props on Denver's side on the offense that I actually like the overs on, which sounds crazy, including I've got a play on Lil Jordan Humphrey. So we'll get into that as we work our way through the show as well.
It's exciting. I mean, hey,
AFC, NFC Championship Sunday, buddy. A great Sunday. The last Sunday of the year with multiple football games. So that's a big one. Quickly, and Nansel, before you, I know you're actually, I guess we could save your takes for beginning of the oil stream too, but Oilers in trouble here? Or what?
I don't think they're in trouble.
No.
This is just the Oilers this year.
That's who they are, right? Like we just sort of need to accept that.
Yeah, they're going to win 2. They're going to look great. They're going to drop 3 and then win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 2. Like, it's just who they are.
We're late January now. Yeah. It's probably who they are.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not expecting a massive turnaround here and these guys go on a 10-game win streak. It's just lots to say on EST afternoons.
Yeah. You guys going to do highlights, lowlights?
Oh, yeah.
Of course you are.
It won't be pretty, Dustin.
No, it won't be pretty.
It will be very, very ugly. But I just want to get Gager's thoughts on a few of the goals. Some of the goals I'm just showing because it's 2 legends that really showed up yesterday, Malkin and Crosby.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
Sure. They are awesome. Guys like that who are legendary as they are, and even at this stage of their career, they can just still take over a game or make a massive impact on a game, right?
A lot of Pittsburgh fans at Rogers.
Yeah.
It kind of surprised me. Every time they scored, there was like a loud roar. I'm like, what the hell's going
Crosby,
on here?
man. Crosby and Malkin.
I get it,
it's
but
Crosby.
like, come on, man.
It's actually a bunch of Skinner supporters who flipped and bought jerseys. That's probably what it is.
I got
Maybe
a bone to pick with that too.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
What, with what? With Skinner not playing or with?
Well, no, because everybody was like, Skinner, get him out of here. Like everyone.
Yeah.
Okay? Everyone. There's maybe 2 people that didn't.
Yeah.
And then yesterday they do the welcome and everybody's like, Stu. I'm like, get out of here. Full crap, man. All you did was want this poor guy out of here. Now you're cheering and saying Stu. Clap.
That's how it works, Nancy.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Come on. I felt like throwing stuff at all of them.
You should have thrown out of the press box, start throwing stuff at people in the crowd who are cheering for him. Say, you used to text it and say that he was the worst reason that they weren't winning the Stanley Cup. All right, Nancy, we'll get into a little bit more on the oil stream. A couple of things before we bring in Huss. We do have the early bird bet up. We put this one together today. Me, Eric, and Trev each making a pick. Kenneth Walker, anytime touchdown. Patriots and Rams both to win, plus 530. There's this little 6-point teaser that I already put together over there as well. And we're going to be throwing a bunch more here on from the lock shop today. Heavy football show today, but we do have a little bit of hockey we can hit on right off the top with Huss from Winnipeg Sports Talk, who joins us. And Huss, what's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I can't wait to talk about these games. I can't wait to get to the weekend. I can't wait to get to Sunday, and then I can't wait to get the hell out of here on Monday. So
yeah, are you gone for the whole week, eh?
I'm gone for the whole week.
Wow, what amazing trip!
The following Monday.
Following Monday as well. Okay,
will be a travel back. But the timing of this is absolutely perfect. I think this might be my favorite week of the year to go away. In that there's always this lull for the week after the championship game.
That's a great travel week. You are right.
It is. I mean, this tourney being just perfectly placed. Leave the day after. Like, I didn't want to leave on Sunday because you don't want to be flying. You don't want to miss these games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be perfect. And a little update. Where are you guys at today for weather? How you doing?
Actually, it's cold here. It's minus 30 here today. I'm warming up, though. It's minus 24 now. It was minus 30 all morning.
Yeah, we've warmed up, actually. We've just broken the minus 30 barrier. We're at a balmy minus 28 with wind chill minus 39. It's minus 50 last night. I mean...
Oh, my God.
Oh, such a perfect time.
Dude.
If we were ever going to have the Florida Panthers come to town.
Yeah.
This was the time to do it.
Minus 50.
Yeah, with the with the wind chill. But as I say, and I'm geeking out here with all these reports, I want to find out where this ice storm's hitting down south and the snow totals on some of those places. It's all really too bad that this Denver-New England game wasn't in New England, because it would literally be in the midst of one of the biggest winter storms in decades.
What's your flight down to? Like, how are you getting there? Are you like going through Denver or something? Or are you going to Toronto and then?
No, Toronto.
Okay,
luckily.
All right. So that's okay then.
Thankfully, yeah. No US stops or anything like that. So it'll be good. Hey, what happened to the Oil last night?
Buddy, I don't know. They didn't show up. They gave up 3 goals. Franchise record, gave up 3 goals in 37 seconds. And it was over. 3 minutes in. Like the 3rd minute of the hockey game, they gave up 3 goals in 37 seconds. And that was pretty much the end of it. And they didn't so they had this stretch we were talking about, 4 straight games at home against teams who were playing the night before in Calgary. And so far they no-showed against the Devils for 40 minutes. And then Jake Allen stood on his head in the 3rd. And last night they didn't have it. They weren't even remotely close to being in that hockey game at any point last night. So that's 2 of these 4 games with the teams on the second of back-to-back that you've completely wasted and got nothing to show for it. So, and then Washington rolls in on Saturday. So
I was at the Jet game against the Panthers, and you guys start later than us. So, we're just getting into the 3rd period, and I look up, it was 3-0 Pittsburgh. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I fire it up, and was it 3 goals on the first 4 shots?
Yeah, 3 goals, 37. The first one, I would say, probably had no chance on. Mantha was wide open. Bouchard just was watching the play, let a guy go wide open to the net. Then there was a breakaway that Ekholm just got absolutely roasted on in a foot race. And then Sidney Crosby was left high, like wide open in the high slot. And just a ridiculous, like on the move tip from above the hash marks into the back of the net. Like just insane Sidney Crosby stuff. You know, it was, and then Malkin had a breakaway goal later on, and they cruised. It was a straight up cruise control. So
where's the concernometer? Are we back to talking about goaltending all the time?
No, goaltending. I mean, last night was not. I think it's funny. If Skinner was in net last night for the Oilers, he would have been torched. They would have been like trying to hang that loss on him. But with Jari, I think they're still patient enough, and he's had some good games that they're not fully hanging it on him in this market just yet. So, but I was surprised we'll get to it more in the Oil Stream too. But I was surprised they started Jari because he started on Tuesday. He's coming back off of an injury. I think they probably only started him because it was his former team, which backfired horrendously. And Connor Ingram's been the better of the two goalies there. So I thought he would have got the start last night, but I'm sure he'll be in net on Saturday against Washington.
How was the welcome back for Stu? We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, Stu, Skinner and Kulak stood together. They did a little tribute and they waved. Hernan obviously didn't like people cheering for him when everybody in the market was trying to get rid of him for 2 years. But it was funny. It was good. But I am very excited for these football games. And, it's as much as they're like meh matchups, it is AFC and NFC championship weekend. Like, these are massive games. We only get to watch 3 more NFL games before the season's over, huh? So, I mean, I took a pretty deep dive into both of these games. I've got, what do I have here? Let's see. I've got basically 5 player props for both games. And then, we'll see where we're at on these spreads and stuff. But, and then we were talking about it 2 weeks from today, 2-hour lock shop, extended lock shop. And, like you and I, and then maybe we have the other guys who've hosted, like pop in and give us some of their best picks and stuff. And,
yes.
I think that'd be great, right? Like popping in, Glue Guy comes in for 10 minutes. Matty comes in for 10 minutes.
Can I make a request? Can we get, I've done Glue Guy, LTE, lots of Iwanic. I need some Latino heat.
Oh, you know what?
We need Hernan.
It's funny you brought that up because yesterday, I think it was, I don't know if it was on the air, if it was before we went on or when we were off. And he was talking about, he goes, yeah, I hit that 4-game parlay, and then I hit this one. I said, dude, you're betting more than anybody in the office. Like, you should be co-hosting the lock shop sometimes. He's like, well, I don't know about that. I said, but you're a DJ. I love it. Like, you're a DJ. It's perfect. You know what I did last night? This was, so I had some stuff going on. I got home around 8:00 last night, got the kids to bed, sat down in the basement and set up like a nice little setup. I had the Oilers game on TV. I had the Lakers Clippers game on my iPad. And then I was actually playing live roulette on Play Alberta. I played roulette for like 45 minutes, and I'm not betting a ton, but I ended up coming out up like $30. So I felt pretty good about it. So, and then I'll also say this, Huss, I played it for like another 15 minutes in my office today between shows. I've got a dual monitor laptop. So I was doing like lock shot prep on the bottom, and then I just kept repeating my bets up top on the roulette table. And in that like 15 minutes I did this morning, I made another $12 profit. So I'm a big roulette guy.
Well, this is nice. Big roulette guy. Big video roulette guy. Don't forget, folks, Safe Sense. You don't want to get too into.
Use your game sense. We say game sense here, right?
Yeah. Stay cool on that, as they say. No, this and that's. There's so many great options out there if you want to. It's so convenient. I mean, I know you got casino. Actually, do you guys have a bunch of casinos out there? Like,
we got casinos. What do we have in the area? I don't know. I'm probably selling it short, but I'd probably say like we're partners with the River Cree Casino. We're partners with Century Casino on Fort Road. There's the casino downtown. I think there's still that Pure Casino. I don't know. I would probably say, somebody can correct me here, I would guess there's like 8 casinos.
And are those all independent ones, or are they all under like the umbrella of the government? Like,
I think I know it's 3 different companies. So at least 3 different companies.
So it is private.
I don't think it's like, because there's the Pure Casino Group, and then there's the Century Casino, and then there's the River Cree. So I think that's probably it. But anyway,
Use your connections. Maybe we can get a casino license and put together like the new EST headquarters.
Casino license.
Connected to.
And our offices are upstairs, but it's the two-way mirror. So it looks like a mirror, but we can watch out the window and monitor everything, which would be kind of fun, too.
I was thinking about that when I was at Circa a few weeks ago and I was in Vegas. They got this incredible sports book, but just on the left is the glass, and if you look closely inside it, the the VSiN network, that their studio is right there.
Oh, right there
on the background, and then of course Bar Canada, which is at the D, Derek Stevens' other hotel. That was that spot with the amazing broadcast setup where I did the show for a week a few years back for the
remember that
for the NFL draft.
It is the dream for the Lock Shop to be live in Vegas for a week. We'll have to make that happen.
You know what? I mean, listen, it's a little different for you because you guys will be pushing. I mean, I'm already thinking playoffs probably isn't happening. And I couldn't help but notice, and I'll give these guys a plug if anyone's thinking about going down to Vegas. Circa and the D, and I can't remember what their other hotel is. Derek Stevens from Windsor, right? So like he grew up like basically looking at, or he's from Detroit, or
Detroit's the one across the river from Windsor,
yeah, exactly. So he said he grew up looking at Canada, all these connections with Canada, want Canadians back. They're doing Canadian money at par.
What?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Circa.
At Circa?
Circa, the D, and his other one. So you can
no way.
You can stay there.
Yeah.
And it's Canadian money at par. That Bar Canada where they play the hockey and I did the show, that place is taking it at par. And I think he said if you want to go in and throw down, they'll do 500 Canadian for 500 US for betting.
Really?
Which is nuts. You check it out. Derek Steven, he's the owner of the hotel. He did a video I was just watching yesterday, and people were talking about it. So this might be a perfect time to say, hey, guys, as long as you're promoting this, we've got some pretty good audiences.
Let's bring a crew down.
Set something up. So.
Okay. All right, we'll make a note on that. All right, hey, before we get to these two games, we did have Parkside texted in, and you can text us if you're listening to Lock Shop right now. Somebody suggests that Pat in the county says we should make our casino on the River Queen so you don't pay taxes. There's like the old boat that used to go up and down the river here. That's what we could have, like a floating river casino for Edmonton Sports Talk, just floating up and down the river. That would be fun. You'd still pay taxes. He's joking, but I do like the idea of that. Yeah. All right, Parkside says, hey, what do you guys think about Philip Rivers interviewing for the Bills head coaching position? Everyone is going to come out of the woodwork for this gig, aren't they?
This is the best thing I've heard all day. Philip Rivers, who literally was just throwing passes a few weeks ago for the Colts, coming out and going straight from high school potentially to the NFL. Kind of like Marty St. Louis. Wasn't St. Louis coaching 13-year-olds?
Yeah,
and then he all of a sudden was the head coach of the Montreal Canadiens.
That is where they basically did that same thing, didn't they?
Yeah. I love Philip Rivers. I want to hear him do press conferences every day. I think he's got a great offensive mind. Be a fascinating connection with Josh Allen. I mean, they got to do something there. And like a lot of the top guys, like, do you think I wonder if John Harbaugh regrets signing with the Giants so quickly?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he's got an exciting young team. He's getting paid a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
They were desperate and they got their guy. But that Bills job's pretty sweet. Although you will be working for Terry Pegula, and we all saw how he treated his former coach and a player on their squad earlier this week. So maybe it will be. But anyways, that would be absolutely wild. The other guy the Bills are interviewing today is the Capri's himself, Mike McDaniel.
Oh.
Imagine if McDaniel went from Dolphins to Bills.
To Bills.
Fired by the worst team in the division and then hired by, I guess, this year
Failing
they
up.
weren't the best team.
Yeah. Well, I know Lieutenant Eric, as a strong Bill supporter, he's on board with McDaniels. He would like to see that.
What about
happen.
Phillip?
I just saw him tweet, yeah, and that was it. I don't know where he'd come out on Phillip Rivers. But yeah, it's a juicy gig. I'm sure, they can probably get anybody they want, so they'll have the choice of the litter, the pick of the litter here, and we'll see if they're able to get something done. All right, Huss, let's start with this AFC Championship game. We'll give our best play on the spread, obviously, and then some player props that we can hop on as well. So let's start. So right now, if you let's see where the board's at right now, because moved to 4 in like the last 20 minutes.
Just about to say, yeah.
Damn it! I locked it in. I moved it to plus 5.5 for Denver about an hour ago, and minus 116. So I'm kind of locked in at 5.5. I'm surprised. Are you surprised? All of a sudden it's at 4. This is the lowest it's been all week, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah.
And I had said, I think I was wrong. I'll own it right now. I think I said it was going to go 4.5, 5, whatever, but it wasn't going to be more than 5.5, but it wasn't going to be less than 4.5. And apparently it's 4 right now. So good time to get in on the Pats. Although certainly shows you that there is a little bit of momentum on the Broncos. I've been talking to a lot of people, friends and whatnot, getting into this game. And I kind of assumed that everyone would be on New England, but a lot of people are on Denver. Let me ask you this. What would the spread be if Bo Nix was playing?
Well, I was listening to a betting podcast, the Sharp 600 from Jason Logan and the crew over at Covers on my way in this morning. And basically, they were talking about, they'd read a couple of different articles that the spread for this matchup before the Knicks injury was revealed. You know how they'll look in advance and be like, they play?
Look at headline.
They basically said, compared to where it was at the 4.5, it was like a 7-point swing. They said Knicks was a 7-point swing. Yeah.
2.5.
So it was like 2.5.
That's exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So, 7 points for any player is a ton, but it is a starting quarterback. And the whole thing is the question mark about Stidham. I got to say this. I thought Sean Payton, and I've got coaching takes for these games, but Payton last week, I thought was in his bag right from the get-go. Like the 15 plays that he drew up to start that game and the way they went down and moved the football was very, very impressive. Now he's going to have an incredible challenge, but listen, Peyton is the sort of guy with the massive ego, the history and experience that I think he'll look at this opportunity with Stidham, be like, oh my God, I can be like, imagine if he were able to win the next 2 games.
Yeah, this is the Peyton masterclass, right? This is a legacy thing. He led them to a Super Bowl with Stidham
absolutely.
I see what you're saying.
And listen, they've got home field. They have an amazing defense. And, and that's why when I look at this game, we're going to have to make a spread pick. And I really, to be honest, don't have a strong lean either way. But I am all over the under in this game. Like, I think both teams are going to be taking care of the football. When you think about New England just won a game where they had less than 250 yards and 3 turnovers. You just don't win playoff games in the divisional round like that. And it just speaks to how brutal CJ Stroud was and how good the Texans defense was. But I'm not sure that either of these teams are going to really feel the need to, unless somebody gets down early and really air it out. I think it'll be somewhat conservative. I think there'll be a lot of field position play. And I do think it'll be low scoring. I know the total was, you got 42.5?
Yeah.
The 42.5, I was putting a parlay together earlier, and I think I got minus 125 for the under 43.5.
Yeah.
And I don't know why this number of 23.20 is sort of standing out to me, but I love the under anyways, especially at 43.5 for this game, because I really do think that this is not like, we're not going to see the aggressiveness, I don't believe, of that has been dominating. I mean, the Seattle's always going for it. The Rams will go for it. I mean, the NFC, I think, will be a real aggressive game. This one, I think both of these coaches are going to have confidence in their defense and feel that if they don't make mistakes, if they take care of the football, that'll give them the best chance to win. So I'm in on the under for this game. And, when it comes down to it, I see the arguments for the Broncos, and I was looking at maybe Broncos first half. But when I think about the matchup overall, Drake May's been unbelievable so far this year. I mean, he really has risen to the occasion. And even last week when, they had the turnovers and it was greasy and everything was happening.
Yeah.
Houston made their push in the second half. And, he put the dagger in with that incredible touchdown to Butte in the end zone. So I think for the spread, I'll ride with New England, especially now that it's at 4.
Yeah.
But as I say, I like the under better than the side.
That makes sense.
Wouldn't at all. I mean, I do like the Patriots, I think, to win this game. And I'm going to go with the better quarterback. But I think that Denver's live in this game. I think that their defense is going to be a real challenge for New England's. And if anything, I think this is going to be a little bit of a chess match between these two coaches. And in a lot of ways, one of those situations where you try not to make the mistake first that enables your opponent to get the leg up.
Yeah, a couple of notes here that I'll get to. And I said it just a few moments ago when it was at 4.5 this morning. I got Denver at 5.5 at -116. You can get Denver at 5.5 right now at -122 if you wish. So I locked in Denver at 5.5 about an hour ago. But the Drake May, do you understand quarterback rating, Huss? Because I don't think I do, because I heard this morning and then I went and double checked it because I said it on the morning show and I didn't believe it. But CJ Stroud's quarterback rating last week was 21.1 and Drake May's was 20.8. Drake May had a worse quarterback rating than CJ Stroud last week. However, that is calculated. Like, I don't know how that's calculated. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but for some reason his QBR was lower than CJ Stroud's, which is bizarre to me. Like, New England's been a little bit sloppy so far in the playoffs, right? And I think that's a scary recipe against a Denver team that can make plays defensively. Now, the Patriots defense has looked pretty good so far in the playoffs, but they went up against the Texans and the Chargers offensive lines, which aren't necessarily known as, juggernauts around the league. The Denver Broncos have a top 3 offensive line. Like, whether it's Bo Nix or it's Stidham, they should be protected and have enough time to dunk it off to RJ Harvey or to find Cortland Sutton a little bit. So I think they're facing a different beast. Like that the New England defense is facing a different beast as far as offensive lines go, which could change things. And then Denver's defense is actually number 1 in the league in limiting explosive plays. So that takes away a little bit of the magic that Drake may be able to bring to the table here. So I'm gonna get on Denver here plus the points. This one, I don't know where we come out on like trends over the last 20 years, especially in a game where Denver's going with a quarterback that hasn't played in a year and a half. But number 1 seeds in conference championship games are 21-5 straight up since 2006, winning on average by 10.1 points per game. Denver's at home. I even at the 4, I think I'd still be on Denver. Like I don't think New England, even though they're going up against Stidham, I don't know if they run away with this one or win it by a touchdown or something. So I'm going to be on Denver. And the more I dive into this game with some player props and stuff, the more I'm actually kind of getting excited about this game now. I was like Rams, Seahawks. I was all in kind of from the beginning, but I'm ready. I'm ready for the Broncos and Patriots too. Like, let's do it. It's going to be good.
It's a very different matchup, a really different challenge, for both of these teams. And I'm certainly glad that it's the first game because I do think that the real main event is going to be that other one. But I'm with you. And I think a lot of people just sort of shut the door on the Broncos the second Sean Payton went up and did that press conference. And now, as you'll see with the line, it's coming back a little bit. Like, it's a huge line movement, 7 points for a player. And, can Sean Payton scheme up a game that gets the best out of his quarterback and puts him in a chance to win? And can the Bronco defense hold up against the Patriot offense and give them that chance, potentially maybe a turnover or two that could flip the game. So I'm with you. It should be good. What do you like prop-wise?
Yeah, just a quick note. I was looking at the touchdown props. 6 of the top 7 odds on touchdowns are on the Patriots side of this thing. Like there's only RJ Harvey and then just a bunch of New England Patriots. So that's something to take into consideration as you're trying to find. So I've got, let's see here. I've got RJ Harvey over 3.5 catches. He was targeted, I think, 6 times last week, had 5 catches. I mean, with Stidham there, I think even Bo Nix, I mean, is willing to throw to the running backs. I think I think Peyton will probably try to keep it, somewhat simplified if need be, and include RJ Harvey. So a big RJ Harvey game coming, and I think a lot of that's done through the air. So over 3.5 catches for RJ Harvey. I like a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown at plus 121. I'm taking Diggs under 47.5 receiving yards. He's only gone over that total once in his last 5 games, and now he's going up against a Denver defense that limits explosive plays better than anybody in the league. And then a couple on the offensive side where I guess I have to put a little bit of faith into Stidham. I'm going to go Marvin Mims over 24.5 receiving yards. He had 8 catches on 8 targets for 93 yards last week. So, I mean, he needs to be a quarter of what he was last week. So I like Mims. He could get that on one play, the 24.5. And then Lil Jordan Humphrey. I'm going to take a look at Lil Jordan Humphrey this week. Over 8.5 receiving yards at minus 114. And if you think he can catch the ball twice, over 1.5 catches is plus 171. And he's got 13 targets in their last 2 games. And if he catches 2 balls, it's plus 171. He's been targeted 13 times in the last 2 games. So I'm going to have a little sprinkle on Lil Jordan Humphrey.
What a handle. I have just such a hard time reading the Denver passing game just because we've got a different quarterback. I will say this. I think Mims is a big part of this offense. And, as they run the football, we've seen Mims actually, get some opportunities in the rushing game. And is there a number for him? Yeah. What about Marvin Mims over 1.5 rushing yards?
Yeah, I'm looking at that was brought up on one of the shows I was listening to earlier today. And they did take the over on the, what'd you say, 1.5 rushing yards?
1.5 rushing yards.
Yeah, so they took the over on it. So just to take a look at Marvin Mims' rushing game log here. The last 3 games, he doesn't have a touch in the rushing game. But prior to that, he had at least 1 carry in, I think, 10 straight weeks. And had, at least anywhere between 2 and 16 yards on those carries. And the 1 week against Dallas, he had 3 carries for 18 yards. So it's weird that he hasn't had a carry in 3 weeks. So you could buy into the philosophy of he's due because they used to give it to him at least once or twice a game. So yeah, I got time for that. I got time for that for sure.
The Mims. And by the way, if you look at somebody on Denver, you mentioned it's all Patriots. Like there's value down the board on some of these touchdown scorers. If you think that, Denver's going to be able to grind a couple out, the Mims TD is like, I think over plus 450.
Oh, that's a pretty big number. I'm seeing it just under 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's an anytime touchdown. If you're looking receiving touchdown, yeah, it would be probably, here we are. Where's receiving touchdown for Mims? Plus 527 on a receiving touchdown. Yeah,
exactly. They just know that. Who knows whether. Yeah. So, if you're looking for a longer shot touchdown scorer, I like the Mims anytime. And your guy, Lil Jordan's like around 9-1, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking right now at 1064.
Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I don't hate the idea of just a little sprinkle on and he had a touchdown last week, right? So. Maybe they find it. Maybe they dial up another one for him. Which Lil Jordan Humphrey's not very little at all, right?
No, he's an absolute unit.
It's kind of a hilarious name.
It certainly is. Other props I like in this game. Travion Henderson receiving yards over 5.5.
Oh, okay.
Now, he had one catch for -2 yards last week and did not get a ball thrown to him in the final 2 weeks of the regular season. But that's when they were stomping the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. If you go back on his game log the rest of the year, kind of similar to Mims, he was, routinely catching 3, 4, 5 balls. And usually, even if he had just one catch, he was getting over the 5.5. So I do like that one. And I think, at times in these sort of games, the recent trends of the last couple games, it's also, it's unique to the opponent and that particular game plan. You get to a game like this, especially in a game that I think teams aren't going to want to be taking a lot of wild, crazy chances. And, this matchup in particular, I think some of the things that they did relatively consistently throughout the year will be, I think you go to those things in a championship game knowing that, you want to go to your best bread and butter, things that you've done well in this situation. So I think there's real value at Travion Henderson at over 5.5. And I guess the other one that is worth touching on is the rushing yards for one Drake May. And May, very, very good with his feet. Broncos, good at getting pressure on the quarterback. I think there'll be probably a few design plays for May to go, but I also think that, much like the prop last week on Caleb Williams, that, at a certain point, they will chase him around and just force him to run, which will add on to that total. So from the Patriots side, I do like Drake May to get over the rushing total.
All right, so let's do this because we're on different sides of the side. So let's take the under 42.5 because I love that one with you. And then let's each take one of our.
Why don't we take it to 43.5?
43.5, okay. I'll move it up to
43.5. It's like getting around probably -125 or so.
Helps us on the 23-20 game.
Really, really key.
Okay, so we'll take it up to 43.5. So go under 43.5, and then give me one of your props, and we'll take one of my props, and we'll put them together as a little parlay.
Yeah, if you want to put Denver on it, I don't mind. As I say, I don't have a real strong lean on this game. Like, I'm not banging the table. Gun to my head, I got to pick one way or the other. I guess I'll take New England and just kind of bet on the coach, or the quarterback. But it wouldn't shock me at all. And to be honest, the other pick that I love for the game is over 3.5 field goals.
Field goals too.
I love the field goals in this game. It is going to be cold. That's another thing. I think the high is going to be about -8 Celsius. It should be like worse than I think the low the night before is -15. But again, in Mile High, they'll be willing to kick those field goals. And I think the points will be like, this isn't going to be, everyone's going to be going on 4th down like you see on all these games.
Yeah.
Like we might very well see. So I don't mind the field goals on that. If you wanted to go Denver with the spread under 43.5 and over 3.5 field goals, like that's sort of the,
that's like a game script thing, right? Like it's
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like we put that together.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So there you go. There's your AFC championship preview. Let's slide over to this NFC game, man. The Rams and the Seahawks. I think the game that, unless you're a Broncos or Pats fan, I think this is the game that more people are probably excited to see. It's a rubber match of the year between these two teams. They split the first two as well. The line in this game as of 11:39 on the Friday, Rams are +116 as money line dogs. The spread is sitting at 2.5 -109. The total's at 46.5, and then the Seahawks are -137 on the money line, -108 at the 2.5, and the under 46.5 right now is -106. Huss, thoughts on the Seahawks and the Rams?
God, I can't wait for this game. I went back and rewatched the highlights of the Thursday nighter at 38-37.
Yeah.
Game of the year. There's a couple of them, but that is right up there with it. This should be amazing. I've been riding with Seattle for the last number of weeks. I'm a Sammy Darts fan. I hope that they win this game. But I'm fascinated about this matchup, the coaching matchup here. Mike McDonald's done an unbelievable job setting up this Seattle defense to, excel. We saw what they've done to the 49ers, with the 3 and 6 points in their last 2 matchups. And obviously they have the bye and they have the home field, so they have a great advantage. I thought Sean McVay had one of his worst games coaching-wise last week. I thought he really got away with one, to be honest, against the Bears. And it seemed to be somewhat out of character. And I kind of feel going into this game that I think McVay knows that he's got a bit of a mulligan in that game. And now they go to an opponent that they know as well as any. And while Seattle was shutting everybody down all year, it was the Seahawks that went in, or it was the Rams, that went in. And, if you recall, they were up by 16 points.
They were up 30-14 with 12 and a half minutes left. I looked at it today,
exactly.
Too. Yeah.
So they've had some success with this defense, and I do think that they'll be able to score. And that's part of the reason why I love the over in this game, 46.5 for what it's worth. But I do think both of these games that they played have been incredibly close. I think that if you like Seattle, at this point, you're probably better off playing money line as opposed to laying the 2.5 points,
which is minus 137. Like you can swallow that if you want. Like if you like Seattle, yeah.
But listen, I think this is going to be a hell of a game. I think it's going to be tight, and I'm not expecting a big choke job of Sam Darnold or anything like that. But I have a hard time betting against McVay and Matt Stafford against a team that they've shown that they can beat on the road. They're right there with. And, the other fascinating thing about this matchup is the battle of the top 2 most productive receivers this year.
Yeah.
In JSN and Puka Nacua. And Puka, I think has been ridiculous at times, but has also had a couple drops. I think there's a huge opportunity for him to kind of plant his flag as the alpha of wide receivers right now in the National Football League. So as much as I'll be honest, I am cheering for the Seahawks. I hope the Seahawks win. I've really come around the last couple of days to thinking the Rams could very well win this. I'm going to have a piece of the Rams on the money line. And I'll probably bet the spread, but to me, as I say, this is now essentially to me a money line game. But the Rams has gone from plus 130 down to plus 120 over the course of the week. So I think there are some people jumping in on that. But I think a big opportunity for Sean McVay to remind everyone that he's still that dude when it comes to the top coaches in the league going up against Mike McDonald. And I'm going to back Matt Stafford in what could be another awesome game. So I guess it's maybe it's a bit of an emotional hedge. You win the bet, great. If not, I was kind of hoping the Seahawks would make it anyways, but I got a hard time backing Seattle going up against this Rams team all year long. I think many people thought that they were the best team in the league. Their path has been more difficult, but they're one step away, and I do think that they can get it done.
Stafford's my guy. Like, I'm going to have to back Matt Stafford here. Like, I've always absolutely loved Matthew Stafford. He's got it done in the biggest moments before. Mike Garafolo was on our show this morning. He made a good point. He said, we asked him, what's the X factor in this game? And he said, you know what? You want a true X factor on what this game could come down to? The Rams' 4-minute offense. Like, if they get the ball and they're up, can they put together a drive and seal it away? He's like, if they can do that, then they're going to win this football game. He goes, and with Matthew Stafford, you would hope that they're able to find a way to get that done. Now, there's a couple of things here. Like, the Seahawks, and I got the Rams right at that edge, right at minus 120 at plus 3 around 9:45 this morning. So I'm on the Rams here. We put the Rams into that parlay this morning on the Nielsen show as well. Rams plus 116 on the money line. I think it was even a little bit, it might have been like plus 120 earlier today, but it's a plus 116. The Seahawks have won 12 of 13. Okay, they're one loss to the Rams. And then they had to storm back from being down 16 in the fourth quarter to beat the Rams the second time. In their last 7 games, which were all wins, the Seahawks have only allowed 6 points. I'm working backwards here. 6 points, 3 points, 10 points, 37 that Stafford hung on them, 16 points, 9 points, and 0 points. And you go, wow, this defense is lights out. Those matchups were against two banged up 49ers offenses, Kirk Cousins, Max Brosmer, Phillip Rivers out of retirement, and then Bryce Young, which, you helped Bryce Young to take. He had an awful game. He only had 54 yards passing. And then Stafford hung 37 on him. So the other games in which we sit here and go, yeah, Seattle's not allowing anybody to score. It was Brock Purdy with Christian McCaffrey and nobody else twice. Max Brosmer, Phillip Rivers, and Kirk Cousins. This is Matthew Stafford in a playoff game. It's a different beast than these other teams that you've been shutting down. So I like the Rams in this game. I like the Rams to win it. So I like the Rams plus the points here as well. What about props, us?
Do you like the total over?
Yeah. I did a teaser earlier in which I moved the 52 and I moved it up to like 52 and a half. And then took the under, but maybe I should have gone down to 40 and a half and taken the over. But the Rams and Seahawks at 46 and a half, I would lean slightly towards the over there. Yeah.
As far as like I think there'll be a lot of points. I think whoever wins is going to have to really execute offensively. So I do like the over 46 and a half. Prop wise, I'm looking straight at Puka Nacua. I think this is the game. And he had, I think in that last game, he had 212, if I'm not mistaken. Like the Seahawks shut everybody down except Puka Nacua. And I think this is also a big kind of measuring stick head to head for JSN and Puka. I think he'll step up big time. I like his receptions at over 7.5. And the, what is his total for, sorry, that's receptions. Puka's receiving number. Where the heck is he? What do you have there for Puka?
Let's see here. Hang on one sec. I was looking at some Colby Parkinson stuff. Receiving yards?
Yeah.
89 and a half.
89 and a half.
Yeah.
I like both the receptions and the yards over, and I love him to get into the end zone. I was kind of surprised that the Puka number is plus money. Thought it's come down a little bit, but I mean, Kenneth Walker with the Charbonnet injury. Oh, and that was one other thing I didn't mention. I think the Charbonnet injury is significant. Like, he has been
he's pretty important to them.
Oh, listen, he's been a valuable player for them. Great at goal line too. It's gonna be whatchamacallit, Kenneth Walker getting all of it now.
Yeah, I'm on the over 85 and a half yards for Walker. Like, I think they're gonna try to run the ball a lot. And he had a 100-yard game against the Rams this year, I think, on 11 carries. So yeah, I like Walker over 85 and a half yards. I also like Walker. His anytime TD is minus 217, but a rushing touchdown is minus 172. So I think that's probably the way to go for Kenneth Walker. But they will miss Charbonnet. I'm not going to. I don't think he's going to pick up all the slack. But I also, look at the depth chart at running back, and I don't see somebody just getting Charbonnet's carry. So I think with what's on the line in this game, probably going to see a heavy Kenneth Walker game.
The Kenneth Walker long rush is also something that's sort of intriguing. Like, I think back to these last few games, and he's bashed like a couple 20-yarders I seem to remember most of the games. Long rush, 17 and a half. Like, does he have an 18-yarder in his bag? I mean, that might be a fun little exotic.
Yeah, just a little fun thing to throw on there, yeah.
At one point. But, I mean, the guy that I'm really focusing in on, Puka Nacua. And then from a passing standpoint, I like Matt Stafford over 1.5 touchdowns.
100%.
In this game. I mean, the over 2.5, to be honest, is pretty tempting. I'm seeing it like plus 277. But I think, if we're building some sort of a prop parlay for this one, I think I lean on Puka for either the receptions or the yards, whatever you feel better about, and Matt Stafford over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
So I was on the Walker stuff. I like, because we're both on the Rams here. I mean, Stafford over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and either we just take Rams money line in the parlay, or we get it we move it to +3 and throw that in there too. The other ones that I've got: Sam Darnold interception at -132, and then Colby Parkinson touchdown. I think it's +476, and he has touchdowns. He has 9 touchdowns in their last 11 games, and it's at +476. So, I mean, I really like that number, so I'm going to get on that as well. Not for a parlay, but something to look at.
What we could do? Let's just set. Well, what are we going to do for the same gamer? We're going to do Rams.
Yeah.
To money line.
Rams. We can go Rams money lines, and then like I Stafford over 1.5 touchdowns. I love it.
Yep.
And then you want to go Puka on the catches or the yards?
I think the catches, I mean, to be honest, I like them both. Like, I mean, I would take them. I could take them both. Like, do you have a preference on one or the other? 90 yards or 8 catches?
I mean, I'm kind of with you on either one, but I think I'd probably go over 7.5 catches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Okay.
Rams, Stafford, 2 touchdowns, Puka, 8+ receptions.
Yeah, 8+ catches, yeah.
And then if you want to, we could take a. Would we both like Puka to get a touchdown?
Yeah. I mean, I'm on Puka for anything. So yeah, I like a Puka touchdown. What else did I say here?
Why don't we do 3? Why don't we do 3 guys to score?
Okay. Puka.
I mean, listen, we're getting plus money on Puka. I think maybe just the anytime on Kenneth Walker. And are you talking all weekend? You want to throw Ramondre Stevenson in there or what? I was just about to say, who do you like from the?
I think I like Stevenson, but
yeah, I mean Stevenson is I think the most logical. The other guy that I would potentially go with is Hunter Henry, but unless you want to throw Colby Parkinson in there for the big money.
And I mean that would be pretty legendary, but I think if we're doing a 3-1, let's just throw Stevenson in there. Hey? Okay.
Stevenson, Puka, Kenneth Walker.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll put that in well.
Pretty good number on that.
So you'll be able to find all of these over on the EST specials page. Oz, we're not going to talk to you until like 2 Tuesdays from now. So have a good trip. What's coming up on WST today?
Lots of Jets talk. Weaver's going to pop by. We're going to sit down with Kevin Sawyer, which should be fun. And then we will dive into the games. Our Friday regular, the man himself, Lee Hacksaw Hamilton, with the NFL Notebook. Although, to be honest, we'll talk about the games. I want to talk about Phillip Rivers interviewing with the Bills. So we'll get the latest on the coaching carousel. Fire up a marble race. ESTers, all welcome. Right around just before 2 p.m. your time, and then we'll kick it over. Start the weekend and see what Hernan Gager up to over on EST when we're done.
Perfect. Sounds good, buddy. Enjoy Costa Rica. Best of luck in the poker. And I guess we'll talk to you the Tuesday of Super Bowl week.
Yeah, you bet. I mean, don't be surprised. I might fire a pick or two.
You think?
From the school your way.
Of course you are. We're already going because a few of the Den guys are coming to Mexico with us, and we're already thinking lazy river picks. So that'll be that'll be fun too.
When are you guys doing that?
We leave February 22nd. We leave the morning of the gold medal game of the Olympics. The gold medal game's at 6:15 a.m. Our flight leaves at 9. So I plan on getting to the airport at like 5:30 and settling in.
Are you telling me that you might be taking off like with 5 minutes left in the gold medal game?
I am telling you that, yeah. I mean, odds are the flight will be delayed anyway. So we'll probably be able to get it. But we might. You
should request. Is there any way you can just delay this flight 20 minutes?
Well,
watch the rest of the game?
We could text Bones, who's one of our listeners who is up somewhere among management at the airport, and be like, "Hey, man, can you just book this flight to Cancun? Can we just bump this back a little bit? That would be great. Thanks."
How long are you guys going for? A week?
Yeah, we're going for a week. We're leave on the 22nd and come back on March 1st. So,
legendary.
Yeah, 45 people. No, we're not working at all, man. We're just going on vacation.
That's the best.
Yeah. Had to do it, eh? Yeah, it's going to be
Who's
good.
Who's doing the morning show?
We're moving EST afternoons, Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage to mornings. So yeah, it should be fun.
Well,
Hopefully they don't
maybe-
Wally Pip us. Eric and I don't get to come back. That'd be tough.
Is I want it going, or is I want?
No, it's just me and Eric. Just me and Eric are going.
Just you and Eric.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'd like to make a request. I mean, obviously, I love doing the show with Matt.
Yeah.
But during that time, and I know Hernan's going to be up early, but I would like to have a Hassan Hernan operation
All right.
for at least one of those days in Feb.
I'll pass it along, buddy. Have a good trip. See you in a little while. There you go. That's Huss from Winnipeg Sports Talk. Do you hear that, Nanzo? He's requesting that when we're down in Mexico, you do at least one lock shop with him.
Oh, boy.
Because you're such a DJ now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I was off by a lot yesterday. Well,
It happens, buddy.
The screw too. We went Hyman and Nuge goal.
No.
Hyman should have scored.
Yeah, he should have
He got
scored.
robbed.
He did get robbed. That was tough.
And then we had a Robertson point, so I don't
Yeah.
think it was a bad parlay. It was plus 900.
Yeah, that's what you guys do. You guys only do big numbers, and I love it. All right, so we've sent a bunch over here. I sent the touchdown scores. We got a TD parlay, Puka Nacua, Kenneth Walker, Ramondre Stevenson. We're going to get this Rams money line, Stafford over 1.5 touchdowns, Nacua over 7.5 catches. And then we're going to go the under in the AFC Championship game. We'll move it to 43.5. Denver plus 5.5. And we're trying to get the field goals over 4 and over 3.5 as well. So watch for all those popping up on the EST specials page. We got to get going. We've got Oil Stream coming up for Boston Pizza. The lock shop, a fun one today, brought to you, of course, by Play Alberta. Download the Play Alberta app or visit our EST specials page at playalberta.ca as well. Congratulations to the DGen Den. They finished off yesterday's grandest, I believe. I was looking for it in the chat here. I think it went in at plus 356. Penguins, Oilers over 6. Habs, Sabres, both teams to score 2. Jokerit, which they were just waiting on to win, and then the Nugs minus 3.5. So shout out to everybody in the DGen Den for hitting that one today as well. All right, Oil Stream is on the way. Thank you very much for joining us in the Lock Shop. Best of luck if you're going to ride with us tonight and through the weekend, and we'll recap it all on Monday. Take it easy.